TentCraft in Traverse City jokes that they're in the business of pitching tents, but really it is much more.
From local school districts to massive nationally recognized companies and organizations, those tents can be seen all across the country, and it all starts right here in Northern Michigan. We learn how in the second installment of our special series, Made in Northern Michigan.
And so I quit, having never been to Michigan, quit my Wall Street job and moved to Traverse City in January of 2007. Is basically the history.
A pretty exciting start for a tent business that began with just 3 people and some help from their partner, Britain Banners.
So when I started, we bought everything from Italy. We'd buy 40-foot shipping containers, and all we would do is we would print the digital decals. It's almost like a heat transfer on a t-shirt. And I didn't know anything about sewing whatsoever. And
7 years later, TentCraft has come a long way.
We really compete on product quality and speed. And so when you get into international shipping, one of our big advantages is the speed, and that kind of goes away. So we learned how to manufacture all the canopies, which was one of the inflection points of the business, because that allowed us to start doing full digital prints. So instead of just taking a red tent and heat transferring a logo onto it, we could print the whole piece of fabric.
But a few things have to happen before tents are printed. First, a customer ultimately decides they want a tent, and an artist like Emily gets to work.
So I've been given the dimensions, and I'm coming up with a sketch that will not only show the customer what we're trying to create for them, but also will be how we create the final art. So what I do here eventually will become the templates for the final art.
Once clients approve, custom designs are digitally printed onto fabric. Then the prints come out to this machine, TentCraft's brand new laser cutting table.
The automated table that we just acquired at the beginning of this year, it's helped our process exponentially. So it would take one guy about 30 minutes to cut out a standard 10 by 10 tent before the automated cut table came on board, and now it takes less than 3 minutes to cut that same product out. From there, gets moved onto the sewing table where actually the pieces get put together, fabricated. Then it goes over to a thermal transfer process application, unless it's a full digital print. Then the product's pretty much done. Gets set on our fulfillment table, over to the setup area where it's finally inspected, quality approved, and then moved out the door to shipping to the customer.
And all of that takes just about 2 hours for a standard tent. But part of TentCraft's constant growth is constantly looking for new ideas and ways to expand.
We try something new probably every week here. So I buy a sample first, and then we set up the structure, look at the hardware, then we throw the soft goods on there. And we'll look at the material, see if we can print it, and if it's something that we can do quickly that fits, again, into the product mix that we do here.
So from local campaigns and events to huge global companies.
We do a lot of work for Geico. We've done a lot of work for Under Armour.
You've probably seen one of these tents, and you'll probably continue to.
And so our next stage is to start manufacturing our own tent frames, which I'm really excited about. I think we can create another 10 to 15 jobs.
Matt hopes someday they'll be able to offer a full-service outdoor marketing agency, not only providing tents, but working on events with their clients from start to finish.